Hello violin players, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today we're playing Because It's Christmas for All the Children by Manilow. Enjoy! What a sweet song this is, I absolutely adore it. So you may have noticed that you have several different options of how you can use your fingers and your positions in this piece. Now for those of you who are playing in just the first position, that's absolutely fine. You can play everything in the first position. But for those of you who are a little bit further advanced, I'll give you some suggestions as well as to in which positions you can play it. Now in this video I suggest that we're going to be stopping and starting a little bit, and we're going to play the whole thing through from the beginning to the end. And I'll discuss with you different options about different finger patterns, about different positions, and I'll discuss with you some key changes as well, where you need to pay attention so that you play the right notes. So why don't you join in with me? We're going to play it through from the beginning to the end, but be aware we're going to stop and discuss phrases, then play them again, and then we'll go and move on. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so here we're immediately seeing that we want to start up bow, because we want to play that last note down bow. So in order to play this last section down bow, we need to start up bow on our first note. Let's do that again. 3, 4, 1. That's it. You see, now the bowing works for you. Start in the middle of the bow as well. See, then you have got enough bow left to play down bow later on. Be aware also that there is a C sharp, so your third finger on the G string is going to be wide there from the second finger. We'll do it one more time and then we'll carry on. 3, 4, 1. Now here we have got an even longer last note, so we want to maybe start even a little bit below the middle of the bow. And that allows you to play that last note really nice and long. Now you can play this in the first position, but I'm playing it in the second position. If you've learned the second position, or even if you haven't learned the second position, go ahead and play it on the first finger. And you'll find it so much easier to do. Here we go again, and 1. 4. Now I'm going into the third position. And again, as you've noticed, I started up bow here, this section. Now, you can play it in first position. Be aware that this is a C sharp then. Or you can play it on the first finger, so in the third position. And I'll play that for you. 3, 4, 1. This whole section here on the same string, I'm starting on the third finger here on D. You see, there's nothing wrong with playing this in first position, but if you have already learned the second position, or if you want to try the second position this time, go ahead and start on the third finger. We'll do that again once more and then we'll carry on. And 1. Nice and long here. 3, 4, 1. So now you notice I'm in the first position again, and I'm playing the A with the fourth finger. So this whole section is played on the D string. So let's do this F sharp section. This is in my book the beginning of the third line. 4, 1. come a long way there. Shall we repeat this first section? Now this time we're just going to play along and not stop in between. 4, 1. Suddenly you hear a modulation. So now we're going to not play the F sharps anymore. We're going to get our second fingers close to the first fingers. So let's start now on the second bar. It's a bit of a weird place to start, but there you go. It's easier to find for everyone. So we're starting exactly on the second time bar. 3, 4. Yes, let's hold it here for a moment. And now you can either play the fourth finger on the D sharp. Here, this is the first bar of the new page. You might like it to start this in the second position as well. You see, then you get this long A in the third finger. That is an option. Someone else might say, oh no, I'm playing in the second position and then I'm changing my notes. And now go to 2. These are all different options. Not one option is better than another. You just pick what suits your style of playing, and of course I can't judge that from here. But some people might say, oh no, I find it way too scary to play in the second position. That's understandable and totally fine, and you play in the first position and maybe section in the third position, or you might play it all together in the first position. That's also okay. It's Christmas, so we want to just enjoy ourselves a little bit and not worry too much about the technique of violin playing, for goodness sake. Okay, can we go back one more time to the beginning of the second time bar? I'll count us in. 3, 4. For a moment, you see that now all the sharps have disappeared. So we are going to play all natural, so F natural and C natural as well. So let's start on the second line now. 3, 4. Do it, then you might play this last section in the third position. So starting on the first finger on C, on this low C here, 3, 4, 1. If you can do it, stay in the third position. I've gone back to the first position now on the E. Shall we just play the third line again now? And if you like, you can play it on the open D string. If you play it in the third position, that will be your second finger. I'm going to play, just for fun, I'm going to play it on the open D string now. 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. Hold it here a moment. From the section where you play on the A's, you might go into the third position. So this is the middle of the fourth line of the second page, that is. So let's start on the A's there, and let's try it on the second finger, shall we? I'll count us in. 4, 1. Stay in third now. And here I have gone back to the first position on E flat. Lovely job. So here you can really practice your vibrato, and I'm hoping you might have already learned a little bit of vibrato. If you haven't, go find my vibrato video in the playlist technique, and you can then hopefully by Christmas play these lovely long notes with a nice vibrato. So let's start on the 3 quavers before the minim. So this is line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th line of the second page. And then we'll start on the 3 quavers before the long notes. And that starts on an up bow, that D. 1, 2, 3. Now save your bows. Go very slowly. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here, this E, you want to play down bow whatever happens. So if you find yourself coming towards it that is going to be an up bow, then slur the last 2 quavers so that your long note is always a down bow. That makes playing a lot easier. As you may have noticed, I was playing this in the 3rd position here. This time I came out all right with my bowing, but you can imagine that that long C of the previous line will have been a down bow. So then you end up playing C on an up bow here. And the 2 up bows in a row. Doing the 2 up bows here has got 2 advantages. First of all, you play the long note down bow, and it brings you to the heel of the bow so that your down bow can be even longer. So let's start on the low C at the start of the penultimate line of that second page. So that will then start up bow. 1, 2. Two ups here. 2, 3, finish with the loveliest vibrato on your last note. You will perhaps have noticed that if I go back to the penultimate line, that very long E about in the middle of that line is a down bow. Then the following bar, just leave your bow on the string and you go up bow here. And now do an extra up bow here. So up bow on the D, and that allows your next bar to start down bow, you see. I hope you really enjoy this. I hope that's all clear. If you have any questions or comments, do please write them in the comments section below. And please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button so I can update you whenever the next Christmas song is released. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.